I'll be reacting to Banished from the Heroes Party Aside, Live a Quiet Life in the Countryside, episode 13. I will be watching it off of Funimation's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1, 0, go! Kadokawa. And now Funimation's QTSL logo, which I always enjoy looking at it, especially when there's like bang noise. Okay, you know shit's real when they got the logo at the start of the episode. I just hope that our Tise isn't dead, because that'd be one of the most tragic deaths. Yo, he's actually gonna try to calm her down solo? I mean, I'm assuming he's able to dodge movements due to all the times he's been with Rudy in the past. Oh! Yo, I mean, it makes sense because Rudy was able to take out super powerful legendary weapons with their bare hands in the previous episode. So our boys, to look at a sorting comparison, would be wrecked. I'm assuming that weapon is finally crafted, though. It's probably going to be able to withstand. Oh! Oh, damn, that's smart. And a lot. All right, good. I'm glad that's the sword out of her hands, because she might have done something that she's forever going to regret if she would have kept on going. Aww. I mean, I can honestly see why that'd be absolutely destroying, because she almost killed the person that she loves the most. But at the same time, though, at least no one... Okay, I mean, I guess TC is slightly hurt. But it could have been worse. I mean, thankfully, though, Rudy's there. And I love... Oh, whoa, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, her blessing weekend because of all the drugs that she's been taking. Well, because this time... Well, because she's been trying to reject her blessing, that's why. Although that would be a plot twist if Tisa ended up dying, though. Oh. Alright, she had fucking better after the shit she tried to pull off in the previous episode. But I do like this because at least it shows you that Fithora at least has a bit of gentleness in her heart. So that's actually a pretty good scene. Does it make her a real character in the series? Not really, but hey, it gives her something, and it's better than nothing. And I can honestly see why. I mean, with what they've shown off of Red throughout the series, my guess is it's that he's just a glue guy. The thing is, though, it's the emotional angle that Rudy's got to contend with. That may be the case, but she eventually didn't want more, though. I mean, hey, at the very least, Adora is becoming a little bit more sympathetic of the whole thing. And honestly, who would wish to be in Rudy? Well, I know some people would, but most people wouldn't wish to be in Rudy's situation. I don't think Rudy's going to do that. If she couldn't do that to Ares, she ain't going to do it to Thedora. you know what? At least he's finally opening his eyes. I like that character for the gray-haired dude. And this is nice because at the very least now they're developing characters that didn't have development at the start of the series. I mean, you could kind of argue that the Thor is a hero if you stretch it. I mean, she did save Tisei, so I guess there is that. And even though Thedora was misguided in her intention of trying to force Rudy into becoming a hero again, you could argue ethically it wasn't such a bad thing. Aw, that's fucking adorable. Honestly, Rudy has nothing to apologize for. It ain't like she was in control of herself when she was utilizing that blade. Good. And she deserves it too after all the hearing that she's done. But she is a hero, though. That's the thing. She is a hero. But how in the world is she going to do that unless she has some kind of ability to transfer a blessing to other people? I don't know how she's going to pull that off. I mean, can you just whip out a blessing and put it into someone else? I mean, yeah, even if Fedora has the qualities and personality traits of being a hero, again, he's right. I mean, Red is right. But in this verse, blessings are kind of like a big deal. How would Fedora even have the means of having the strength of being a hero, though? That's my biggest question. Unless the series is implying that eventually, if you work at it, you can become a true hero even without the mighty hero's blessing, then that'd be interesting in on itself. I mean, hey, thankfully, though, no one was wounded, so they can hopefully recover everything eventually. Oh, this is fucking adorable in them outfits. And now that's an optimistic way of looking at it. I love the way she does that. Oh, man. And it feels so earned, too, because of all the suffering that Argo had to go through to get happy moments like this. And I had a feeling she wouldn't reject that. I mean, why would she? Yo, that pizza looks fucking good. Kind of makes me hungry looking at that. Oh, okay. Whoa. Damn. I like this. At least they resolve the whole her wanting to suppress her hero's blessing plot point at the very least. And it makes sense too because that's something nice and heroic, even though it's not directly heroic. Funeral service for who? For Ares? Not like that fucker deserves a funeral service. I'm just wondering for who. Oh. Oh, wait. This motherfucker he does not deserve a funeral service for what he's done. Whoa. I mean, you know what? I guess I can understand forgiveness and all that. But this series did not do a good job making Ares have even a single bit of redeemable quality in him. But, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it does show you how much of a gentle soul our girl is in doing this. Like, seriously. I mean, it ain't like she could have controlled the circumstances regarding Ares, though. She has nothing to apologize for. At least in my personal opinion. Yeah, I love the way he has his hand on her head. Hello, Sleep Half. I mean, Sleep Half, here's the thing about the series, though. It would have felt less abrupt, and even light novel readers agree with me. It would have been less abrupt if they would have given Ares more screen time where he had redeeming qualities. We only saw his shitty sides. If the series would have done a better job of showing us other moments where he wasn't a complete and utter ass, then I'd be like, okay, this is understandable. But they only really show the dark side of him. They made him like a evil, twirling mustache type of character. So that's more on the series on doing a bad job when it comes to showing different facets of Ares' personality. Because some series, when they have unlikable characters, they show at the very least some positives and negatives. Ares only got to see the bad. I do like this plot explanation for the whole thing, though. I do like this moment. I'm not saying that's my stance on Ares. They should have done more in giving him a bit more characterization, Sleep Half. Because of the way they handled him, I don't necessarily dislike it. I just felt like they did the bare minimum. Thankfully, though, this series has handled Rudy, Red, and Rit pretty well, to its credit. So at the very least, the series has 3 strong characters. But just 3, though. Yo, I love the way she looks at her boy there. The thing is, though, Sleep, it would have been nice if they showed off those good sides of him. They failed in doing that. And saying that, I do like how there's some PTSD from Rit, though, where she's worried about not having Red with him one of these days because of what went down with the whole situation with Ares. Now, that's good writing there. Because at the very least here, it shows you that these battles that they go through, even though they're physically fine, they're not 100% fine psychologically and mentally. I love this because in some animes, when you get aftermaths of battles, you don't get to see characters go through psychological trauma like you do in this situation with Red. This is some damn good writing. I wish there was more of this in anime. And I love this how our man is so damn supportive too. Oh, our man. And that's what makes him so dang nice, that he's far from perfect. Oh, I love how he admits that straight up. Oh. Thankfully, I hope he never moves along from his girl, though. All right. Damn, her boy is so smooth now. Oh. Yes. Keep on going, Red. I love this shit. Yes. Yes. Now, do you have a ring? I would love to see a ring. I mean, I wouldn't mind if there wasn't a ring, but a ring would get me so hyped, though. They're not weak, though. They're actually really strong in being able to admit their feelings like this, if you ask me. I think in them talking like this intimately, they're showing more strength, actually. But that's just me, though. Oh! Are they... Oh! Oh my goodness! Anime came out of fruit. Yes! Honestly, this is actually. Oh man, that's so fucking cute. Oh. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, this is the first time. I'm actually kind of glad there's a little bit of awkwardness right now. Whoa! I'm pretty sure it won't be enough eventually, though. They're going to want more from each other in due time. I won't. Who knows? Maybe she'll want a family with her boy eventually? Can that be what's. Oh! Well, wait! Are they going to. Is our boy going to nacho dip tonight? Because if he is, yeah, they're one of the best couples. Yeah, they're definitely gonna bang tonight, sleep, huh? Huh? All right, good. I thought for a second he was gonna back off and get scared. Good. Yes. Now let the love flow through both of you. Yes! Fuck yeah! Woo! Even though now that's how you do fade to another screen to let us know that they did it. That's how you do it artfully and tastefully. Fuck yeah! Woo! This is what it's all about. All this development for this moment was. The series did it. It had the balls. It is so rare for me to see this from anime nowadays. Yes, good. I love that children's talk. That's exactly what I was thinking. Good. Aw, that's fucking adorable. But I think they'll be fantastic parents, though. And I love this where with our boy, he's talking about the future like this. That's what I really love. Oh, so he's already talking about the gemstone rings. That's what I'm assuming. And you know what? That is such a right answer. She'd be fine with anything. I can feel the sugar go through my veins, y'all. Oh, I wish I could use any of those moments as thumbnails, but YouTube would have a fit. I know they would if I used any moment from those bits as a thumbnail. So I'll just settle for having beautiful Rudy as a thumbnail instead. Because now if I have any Ritz or red moments as a thumbnail, my channel would be fucked and nuked. So I ain't gonna risk it at all. Now this is what I like, brother, sister. Honestly, this series has really wrapped things up pretty damn well as far as these kind of anime go. I am surprised. It feels so low just hearing the fact that she's starting from rank B, though. I mean, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if our boy has a subtle luck blessing with all of his luck. Aww. And I like this too. How she was willing to accept the cheapest to not burn a boy too much. That's how you know that Rudy is such an ultimate sister here. But our boy wouldn't settle for that. He'd want to get the prettiest thing for her. That's what stuff like this really makes their bond feel so tangible. Yeah, this motherfucker better be scared. I like this though. He has the trauma of a Rudy Sama in his fucking soul, and he had better. And you know what? Thinking about it, Rudy would make an amazing aunt, all things considered. You know what? I kind of thought she would. With Rudy being awesome, I had a feeling she was going to be able to become friends with everyone eventually. Of course he would. I don't think he'd say no to that. I mean, hey, I'm not going to blame Godwin for being scared sleeping. I'd be scared shitless if I was in this spot. I'd be terrified. So he was a smart man and running the fuck away, Sleepath. Yeah, Godwin's actually cool. I like him. He was nice. No, it's gonna end. But you know what? I'm not pissed. This is probably one of the few isekai anime that actually has a good ending. So I'm shocked. This year I've seen so many isekai anime and like fucking utter crap garbage. This is one of the few that ends beautifully. And I like this too, where he's sharing this silent moment with his sister and staring at her and smiling. That's cute. It really hits home how much they enjoy each other's company. Because this series mentioned a lot how much Rudy really needs Ren in his life. That almost showed you how much Red's life is enhanced by Rudy being there. And I love that. It makes the relationship feel even more balanced. Oh, it's so cute seeing this family drink some milk. Oh, man. Honestly, everything is like warming up my heart in this episode. Yeah, I liked him, even though he was a minor sleep puppy. I thought, oh, it's nice to get to see the kid journeying too. That's sweet. Yeah, even though it was minor, I liked him. Those bits that spotlighted him. I have a feeling Rudy and Tease did a good job. Yeah, honestly, Rudy's been doing a lot. I love the poutiness. Oh, they gotta. Okay, that's so cute. And it's nice to get along too, because they're gonna be sister-in-laws at this rate. I'd say Tisha just to watch. Oh. Yeah, I definitely exceeded my expectations too. Sleep half. Now, this is probably way of ending it off because we know that this is going to be easy for Rudy and our boy to take care of. For Rudy, this is going to be like a morning exercise for her. I just love how the danger is so minor. It's going to be casual for her. It's going to be a casual walk. This is nice. That's what I love. Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Rudy is a hero. It ain't her blessing that makes her a hero. It's her personality that makes her one. Mm-hmm. Good. She deserves to be spoiled, if you ask me. Oh, I just love how the request is like so minor, but in a cool way. Aww. Oh, shit, you hook up with this chick. Okay. At least he's talking good about Zoltan. And you know what? That fits perfectly too with the ending of this series. Oh. Okay. That's cute. Actually, that's nice because if it were to get more, you could always have some nice OVAs. But honestly, if this series just ends like that, I don't mind. Wow. And this thing anime without a bullshit cliffhanger ending, without a hey, read the light novel manga ending. It's a miracle. Fuck yeah, I love the ending. She is definitely around Sleep Up. I am actually glad they remembered she existed. But man, this is a fantastic ending. Honestly, if I had to rate this last episode, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Yeah, my take is controversial because Sleep Path, That's if it gets a second season, but it doesn't need it. But it's open enough to where if it gets one, I wouldn't mind either. Because I don't know if this series sold well. I don't think it sold well, Sleep Path. At least I don't think so. The only isekai anime that straight up sold really well was The Faraway Paladin. That one sold like gangbusters because that got a season 2 announcement immediately after episode 11. I don't know if this series sold like gangbusters. For sure, though, Vampire Dies in No Time and Faraway Paladin are the only two. Yeah, they left it open, but in a good way, though, Sleep Path. They left it open in a good way. Because if this series never gets more episodes, it wouldn't feel painful. Like, they left it open in the best possible way. They didn't do it where it's a kick in the balls, where if it never gets to season 2, it'd be painful. Like The World's Finest Assassin. That series had a kick to the balls ending. Where it's like, oh yeah, fuck y'all. If you're never going to get a season 2, then you're never going to see the hero. At least it didn't end like The World's Finest Assassin. So that's what I like about this series. The series did the tough part in not pissing me the fuck off, and that's a miracle in itself. Because almost every isekai I saw this year, Sleep Path, pissed me the fuck off to no end. Where I was like, what are you doing, isekai anime? This, or fantasy anime, because this series is a fantasy anime. It's not an isekai, it's fantasy. I don't know why I keep on saying isekai, but this is a really damn nice fantasy anime. Now, and saying that, yeah, this is definitely 10 out of 10 for a variety of reasons, though, because, for one, it resolves about everything you could have wanted. We got closure to Ares' death in that funeral bit there. We got to see Rudy live the life that she wanted, a peaceful life, close to her brother. We got to see, essentially, our boy propose to Rick. And they're going to pretty much marry each other because of, when they mentioned the gemstones, it's like, yeah, he's going to get a ring. And they're even thinking of having a future together with children. So that ship is sailed beautifully. So pretty much this last episode's resolved every plot point. Well, almost every plot point. Yeah, it took me a while to correct myself, Sleep Path. I watched so many isekai anime that everything bleeds into an isekai. But yeah, this is a fantasy. It's a well-done fantasy anime. So that's why I love the episode. It did all these elements perfectly. It wrapped up all these plot points. And from a character standpoint, did a lot. You got to see minor bits of Ritz going through some slight PTSD, but eventually, though, she gets through it. And I like that, where she had a slight fear of not being with Red for a small bit in the episode, seeing the consequences of the battles that they had against Ares. I like that. I like the fact that when it comes to Godwin, he got a little fear put in his soul, but then eventually, I like how he mellowed up and he actually complimented Zoltan. That was cool too. It made him into a much more fleshed out background character. We also got to see Rudy develop as a character because she was able to suppress her hero's blessing without the drugs anymore. Showing us, at least to me, how much she grew as a lady. And no worries, Sleep Out. People make mistakes. And not just that, but we got to see some Red character development too, because he was more assertive with his relationship with the Ritz. And that's why I thought the run in this episode was just absolutely, utterly fantastic. Now, from other standpoints, because I thought the character and the story running was great, I'm going to definitely give the animation quality a B. I liked it. It was good. While it wasn't as good as episode number 12, it didn't need to be, because this series showed out a lot going into its finishing stretch. So I have no complaints about this last episode visually. And I even like the character development for Kisei, where she also is part of the peaceful life and wanting to help out Rudy with herbs and stuff. And that's nice, how they make sure to give a role to every character. That was important. And that's why I absolutely adored the character running in the episode, not just the story writing. And the artwork I thought was pretty good too. And I love the voice acting. I thought it was great. Now, And saying that, here's my rating of the series. And I rarely give this, but if I had to rate the series on a scale of, say, 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional, I'm definitely going to give this series a high tier. And I really do this for isekai anime, but I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. And let me explain why I'm going to give it a high rating. Because, yeah, it may have had some slow episodes that prevented me from giving it an 8 out of 10, because I would have loved to have seen more development on Ares, not just seeing that he is a dipshit. I would have loved to have seen his positive qualities, so that when it showed the scenes in the episode involving his funeral service, I'd have been like, yeah, you know what? He may have been an ass, but at least he deserved that. In this series, they made him comically evil. I'm going to just be honest with y'all. But in saying that, even though they did make him comically evil, I thought Ares was still a fun antagonist to watch. Yeah, he may have lacked depth, but he was a damn entertaining character. And I'd say that's as much as I can ask for an antagonist. At least when it comes to an antagonist in a single core series, that is. Now, in saying that, there are also other elements I liked about this series too, though. Like, for example, while yes, I would have loved to have seen Rudy go along a bit more with their heroic missions, I'm not going to complain too much about that, because the purpose of this series was for her to let go of that lifestyle for the most part. And her struggle of letting go of that lifestyle, where she eventually succeeded. Well, yeah, Ares was more antagonistic for sure. So that's what I liked about it. And while, yes, you could argue there were some characters that were kind of put into the wayside, like that that character called Dadon, I believe his name was Dadon. Well, I would have loved to have seen how he lost his arm against Shishodon. And while, yes, there were some downsides when it came to the pacing in this series that I'm not going to deny. Like, for example, aside from that, I would have probably enjoyed it too more if we would have seen more of Fedora. Because when she just shifted her loyalties a bit and trying to kill Red, I feel like it didn't have as much impact, because she did fuck all of nothing for most of the series. So that's why, yeah, even though there were things I enjoyed in this series, there were downsides. But I'd say the positives outweigh the negatives, because you also had characters with arcs. Because aside from Rooney wanting to live a normal life and succeeding in getting that eventually, I love how Red was shy when it came to his romantic relationship with Rit. But eventually, yeah, that's one of the downsides of the series, Sleep Path. And I think that's more of because the series had a low production budget. Like, the animation studio involved in the series isn't that good. But, I mean, considering the series is low budget, they did a decent job in doing what they could. Yeah, and I checked. This was done by two studios, Flat and Wolfsbane. So that explains the production issues, Sleep Path, because it had two different studios. It wasn't covered up by one big studio. But regardless, I think these two minor studios did a decent job. I mean, at least it wasn't as embarrassingly bad as, say, some episodes of The Faraway Paladin. So considering that this is done by two minor studios, they did actually a decent job, all things considered. But yeah, that's why I thought overall the series, it had a lot more positives going for it, because it was beautiful seeing Red and Rit really love each other. It was nice seeing Red and Rudy rekindle their sibling relationship too. Yeah, I agree. It's a good series. It was beautiful seeing them rekindle the relationship too. I love that, because it only made it satisfying when we see Rudy, Red, and Rit have their true deserved happiness. And the biggest surprise was Tisei too. How she was able to also help Rudy go back to normal for the most part when it comes to being able to suppress her own blessing. I love how they had Tisei there, and I thought Mr. Crawley Wally was a nice addition too. So there were a good amount of supporting cast characters in this series that were nice. Now, that's my feelings on the script. From a production standpoint, yes, this is one of the weaker fantasy series. I ain't gonna lie. But in saying that, the script is more important to me than pretty colors. Because there was an anime this season that ended this season called Tagata OP Destiny that had all the pretty colors in the world. And so did One Egg Priority. That also had all the pretty colors in the world, but their shit-tier scripts could not save their asses. With like the pretty visuals could not save their asses from the shitty scripts. Especially in the case of talking to OP Destiny, where you had a villain that was introduced in like the last few episodes, and he just died, which was sad and pathetic writing. And then with One Egg Priority, it introduces this random plot point that one of the major characters was a cyborg without much foreshadowing at all, and it completely forgets about its antagonist, and it just ends without even having the main character go up against the antagonist that they built up to. So that's why, if you ask me, Anime Cayman, what do you prefer? Pretty visuals or great script? Or a good script? I prefer a good script or a great script over pretty visuals any day of the week. So that's why, even though, yes, they like Takuto OP Destiny. Well then, I love Sleep App. You know I love Mad Lad's videos, but Takuto OP Destiny had a bad script when you look at the last episode, because they had literally in that series a music art die, yet somehow it was able to put their essence into a device that for no reason Anna was able to utilize the essence of her dead sister. There is just so many things wrong with Takuto OP Destiny's last episode. And to top it off, don't even get me started on Heaven and Hell. They didn't even make Heaven a real character. She was just there to power up Hell. And they even rushed Hell. And don't even get me started on how they handled Felix, or the final boss of the series, who just straight up allowed himself to be killed. Well, I mean, they can defend it, but I still say Takuto OP Destiny was a badly written series. It's not on my top 10 worst anime of the year list, Takuto OP Destiny. But it was still a bad series regardless. Especially when that series had the balls, the audacity to be like, fuck y'all, play the game ending. That was completely disrespectful what Takuto OP Destiny did. That's why the writing for that series is bad. And yeah, that's why I didn't like Takuto OP Destiny, and I watched every episode of it. I reacted to every episode of it too. I was one of the few people that gave it a chance, but I was disappointed in that series, and it made me angry in so many ways that I could. All right, at least, yeah, I agree. I have definitely more Chibi Reviews perspective. Sleep Path. Takuto OP Destiny truly was a mess. And that's why, even though this series did have production issues from a visual standpoint, I liked it more than Takuto OP Destiny, because this series at least was able to stick its landing and had a good script as far as fantasy anime go. But yeah, I definitely am more on Chibi Review's perspective there, for sure, on Takuto OP Destiny. And aside from that, I'd say I liked the art style for the most part. I thought it was cool. Voice acting was also really great, especially Ryota Suzuki's performance as Red. I thought he was amazing. I loved calling in Takayo's performance as Red. And I thought Naomi Ozara's performance as Rudy was absolutely phenomenal. And I gotta give respect to Taku Yashiro as Ares. He did a fantastic job too. So voice cast was amazing. Yeah, it is. Honestly, this series completely beats Takuto OP Destiny over the bat. Definitely. And saying that, though, definitely, if I had to pick out my top anime of this season, I would definitely pick Rankings of Kings and Vampire Dies in No Time as my fave anime of the season, among my fave. Those two were just a step above the rest, because those two series didn't do any bullshit at all. When it came to Vampire Dies in No Time, and also another series that did really well for itself was Ranking of Kings. Let me see Totoro's voice actress. I actually don't know. I don't think it's listed. I tried finding Totoro's. At least it's not on my anime list. I can't find Totoro's voice actress anywhere. Damn. I really wanted to see Totoro's voice actress. Can't. For me, my anime of the year is tough. No, for me, my anime of the year is Fruits Baskets. For me, that's my anime of the year. Fruits Baskets is number 1. But yeah, that's a good choice. The Rankings of Kings is pretty darn great. But yeah, mine is Fruits Baskets. That's my number 1. I love that series a lot. Fruits Baskets. Because it had a great ending. Had pretty dang cool characters, too. It just had about almost everything I could have asked for when it came to Fruits Baskets. Yeah, I just absolutely love that series. It was freaking boss. Fruits Baskets. But yeah, that's my number 1. Number 2, it depends. The number 2 could be Odd Taxi, depending on how they do their January movie. If Odd Taxi can stick its landing when it comes on Crunchyroll, the movie, I think it's going to be April. That could be my number 2 of the year, Odd Taxi. But that's a big if, though. It would have to really stack its landing, Odd Taxi. But Odd Taxi could move up there for me. You'll have to ask me my opinion on Odd Taxi once it has its movie with the new ending. Yeah, Fruits Baskets had a surprisingly good soundtrack, Sleep Path. I really love the soundtrack for that series. It was fucking lit. And it was so damn good, too. But yeah, depending on... That's why I'm not going to make a top 10 anime of the year list, Sleep Path, because for one, Odd Taxi, literally, with the way Odd Taxi ended, I couldn't put it on my top 10 list. But the moment I heard an anime news network that I was going to have a movie that goes beyond the ending of the series, I'm like, okay, that movie might change my mind. I might actually put Odd Taxi in my top 10 list, depending, again, on how the movie goes. And then there's 86, which is also my top 10 list, but it could fall apart too in the last 2 episodes. So that's why I can't make a top 10 list yet, because I still need to wait for 86 and Odd Taxi and Demon Slayer. Oh, Giz Anime. I actually don't use Facebook or Twitter. I just make... Here's what I do, Giz Anime. I just watch every anime like a crazy motherfucker. And that's how I do my, that's how I get my growth. I use Twitter, but I don't even use my Twitter, Giz Anime. I haven't even used Twitter in like 3 months. So no, I really don't use anything. I just react to every anime in the sea. And that's how I do it to get subs. And I really do champion through every anime. That's what I do. Just watch every anime you can. And that's how you get growth. That's how I get growth. I just watch every anime, Giz Anime. Oh, and hello, Giz Anime. But yeah, that's really the only thing I do. I don't edit anything. I just watch every anime. Nope, never edit at all. The only times I edit is when my live streams go down because of a lack of Wi-Fi connection. That's the only time I edit. But I just watch everything. That's how I do it. It usually works for me. But yeah, that's how I get my growth. I pretty much just watch the fuck out of everything. And the good thing about watching everything is, yeah, if you want Giz Anime, just try reacting to shows with just the timer. Just try it out. Because, yeah, I think that you should try it for at least a few weeks. Just try to react. I like your videos, though, Giz Anime. I like your videos. I just haven't been able to comment because, as you know, my schedule, Giz Anime, I am behind on my schedule. But I have been watching your videos, Giz Anime. I like them. Same with Mad Lad. I just don't comment because of lack of time. Just so you know, Giz Anime, there are days where I sleep 3 hours just to get shit done. That's how, like, sometimes I sleep 3 hours just to... And I'm not even caught up. I still got to catch up on Tesla Note. I still got to catch up on Sakugan. I still got to catch up on Arcane. I just have so many anime that I don't even have time to comment on other people's videos, Giz Anime, just due to lack of time. No problem, Giz Anime. But yeah, that's the best option because lately YouTube channels have been going. Hey, I don't blame you, Giz Anime. I think it's because Giz Anime, some anime companies, I know people don't like hearing this, Giz Anime, but some anime companies have biases against some people. They do. I know they're biased against me because I reacted to this anime film called Yes, No, or Maybe. And I shit you not, Giz Anime. 2 hours after I made that video with no footage, the BL Festival Company copyright struck my video and took it down when I reacted to Yes, No, or Maybe. And that video only had 23 views. So I think it's that Giz Anime, some companies are just biased against certain people. We just got to accept their bias and we got to resort to timers only. Like other people like Mad Lad, Mussings, and View Reactions, they don't have the bias against them. But Giz Anime, we got to deal with their bias from anime companies. Life ain't fair. Here's what I also do with Giz Anime too. I've accepted that the YouTube system is unfair and that I'm going to get screwed over. It is BS. But just, it's the truth though. Mad Lad, Review Reactions, Mussings, J Reacts, they can all react with subtitles or just stuff in the bottom, and they're okay. I try to react to an anime with no footage, and I get my video taken down. It's bias. Literally, Giz Anime, there are companies that will go after my videos when they only have 20 or 50 views without footage. That's how much they hate my guts, Giz Anime. It's like they're scared of me. I know the anime companies hate my guts, which is weird because I purchase more anime merch than your usual anime fan. I'm over here watching anime off of Crunchyroll, Funimation, Amazon, Netflix, High Dive. I literally have a Demon Slayer shirt. I buy Hunter x Hunter cards. I have Shingeki no Kyojin keychains. I bought a freaking Beastars and Jujutsu Kaisen shirt too. You even seen on my past. I have a Broly fucking hat too from when I watched the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie in theaters. And anime companies still treat me like crap, so they're just biased or racist against me. Well, Giz Anime, we gotta accept anime companies are just biased or racist against certain YouTubers. And people can't say otherwise because we get treated differently. We get treated worse. But we just, that's what I'm saying, Giz Anime. We just got to push through their biases, and we just got to make do without footage. We got to deal with the disadvantages that other channels don't have to deal with, Giz Anime. But that's pretty cool that you have a figure collection. But yeah, that's why I eventually became a cynical fuck when it came to reactions. But that's the way of doing it, though. You just got to be sometimes cynical sometimes. But yeah, that's how you should probably handle it, Giz Anime. React to anime and also be sure to react to them as quickly as possible, too. You don't want to get beat up by people. I recommend when you react, try to be the first guy. Just try to be the first guy to finish your video. Like, even if you're sick, try to finish first because the algorithm is a bitch against us. Like, sometimes those first 20 minutes are literally the only times you can get views. Like, the 20 minutes that the episode shows up. So that will help out a lot. Another recommendation is that if an anime comes out, try to have a specific shirt towards the anime. Like, if it's Demon Slayer, try to wear a Demon Slayer shirt during Demon Slayer Day. Or, here's what I do. Like, if I know Beastar's about to come out, I buy a Beastar shirt. But that's another way of getting views too. Just try to buy shirts related to the anime that releases. That way, you can support the official release and also have a shirt too that goes along with what you're reacting to. That's another recommendation too, Giz Anime. Damn, that's pretty badass. Holy shit. That's nice. And I fucking love Nezuko too. I might have to consider buying a Nezuko figure one of these days. But yeah. Honestly, the Demon Slayer series is just a lot of freaking fun, Giz Anime. But yeah. That's pretty much how I handle everything. I just watch the fuck out of everything. Hell, I know for sure that there's more following for me to react to hentai and donhwas. I just haven't had time to do those lately. Docky figure. For me, I do need to consider buying a figure one of these days. If I buy a figure, I don't even know who I'd buy. I'd probably buy Misato's from Neon Genesis Evangelion or a Saint Seiya figure. If I had the time to go and buy one, I'd buy one of those too. A Saint Seiya figure, because I'm old school. That's why. Or even a Misato figure from Neon Genesis Evangelion, because I'm a man of culture. And I think Misato's best girl in that series. And I fucking love Misato a lot. She'd go of that series for me. She's the reason why I watch that series. Well, no, I actually watch it for other reasons, but she's the main. Oh, pretty interesting on Doki's stats, Giz Anime. Oh, but yeah, let me just finish off the review. But yeah, y'all, that's why you think the episode is 7 out of 10 worthy. I almost forgot to close it off, but yeah. That's what I thought it was 7 out of 10 worthy. Honestly, I loved it a lot. And if the series really get a season 2, I'd definitely watch it. But yeah, these are pretty much my thoughts on the episode overall. Now back on to talking about figures. I just had to close it off for anyone that was just sticking around for the reaction overview stuff. But yeah, that's who I would probably buy. Misato from Evangelion. I'd also consider buying Saber from Fates Tonight. Although in the area I live in, they have such a limited selection of shirts, though. Huh. Interesting regarding that sleep path. Huh. Very interesting indeed. But yeah, is that it, y'all? Does anyone have any questions or want to discuss any other? Yeah, I love Saber 2 Sleep Path. She's honestly my fave Type Moon character. And that's including Shiki from Karo no Kyokai and Arkway from Tsukihime, because I have read the Tsukihime manga. Oh, okay, Sleep Path. Oh, thank you very much, Giz Anime. I also have hope you Giz Anime and also Sleep Path. And everyone else also has a great holiday too. Well, anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the series and that last episode in general. Thank you again, Sleep Path and Giz Anime, for commenting on the live chat. And thank you, everyone else, for watching my video. Hope y'all read it, share it, comment, subscribe. And I'll see y'all later if you come back for more. Thank you very much, Sleep Path, again. And Happy New Year's, everyone else. And I'll see y'all later if you come back for more, everyone. Bye-bye.